This video is going to be specifically for how to do the cost per acre slide. So again, you're going to go down to the Unit 1, Project 1. You're going to go View Instructions. That's going to have the link to the Excel spreadsheet. At this point, you should have been shared a version of it. So I'm going to open up one of those version numbers, and this is going to be how you do the cost per acre. So if you watch the other videos, this is the wholesale prices, and you got it from the USDA cost share or USDA market prices list. And then if you go to the cost per acre, and this is how you do it. So first thing that you need to do is change it. So I'm doing spinach. So I'm going to do the cost per acre is going to be for conventional spinach. You're going to just do this all for conventional spinach. And so this is where you go. So on the instructions right here, I'm going to point to it. So if you go here, there's this cost studies ucdavis.edu. When you click that, it is going to take you to this cost study, and you're going to go to current studies. Some of you guys have cauliflower, some of you guys have lettuce, and if you look here and on all commodities and I scroll all the way down, you're going to see that spinach is like right here. There's only one, and it was year 2015. So here you have like a couple things. You don't have a very current cost study sheet. So if you click on this PDF, this is going to have the 2015. So if you want to try to find something sooner, you can do USDA cost study, cost per acre, spinach 2022. You're not going to find 2023 because it hasn't happened. And if you see this, it says agricultural prices, and you need to really look at it because it says corn price per bushel. That's obviously not going to tell you cost per acre. So you can just keep searching. A nice search is cost study for spinach in California. Current studies with spinach. It takes you to the same website. So there's only one, and you're going to go over here to 2015. Where you need to go is, if you take a look, it says table 1 cost per acre to produce and harvest organic spinach. So this one includes organic spinach and conventional, but actually it doesn't. It's just organic spinach. So this makes it even more challenging because now you need to find the cost per acre for conventional spinach. And so we're going to have to adjust a little bit. Let me just go over what these words mean. Total cultural cost is, cultural means to grow it. Harvest cost is like the labor, certification costs, and operating costs. That's not what you want. You want to keep going, and you want the total cost per acre, which is 7,131. Again, this is organic spinach, right? And you need conventional. So when you go to this sheet, what I would do is just take a copy. So you're going to select all of this, press Control C, and underneath, you're just going to control it right here, right underneath. And then I'm going to change this to organic. Because there is a cost study sheet where you're going to organic spinach for 2015. Because that's what we have. So the price that's here of the 7,131, that's going to go here, 7,131, and you're going to price it. How you complete the rest of the yellow is you're going to press equals, press the box. So notice up here it says A17. So I'm going to show this again. It says A17. That means it's going to pull whatever number or data in here. Shift 8 will give you the star button, and you're going to type in 7131. 7131. And notice it just says suggested autofill. Click the checkbox, and that means that for every box, it's saying, okay, acres times 7,131. Okay, so here's the challenge: is the yield. The yield you're also going to have to check in here. So if you scroll around and you look, here's pest management. You should be able to find the yields, the average yields for these, because basically what we're doing for the cost per acre is we're going through this and we're going to use what UC Davis has. Yields per acre doesn't really change, and you need it in pounds or box. So you kind of have to keep looking, keep looking, keep looking. Like this is a research one. And sometimes you're going to go all the way to the top. You can press Control F to find yield. And look, it says yield. Okay, that's Pyrithium species. Yield over planting. Yield for high-density planted organic spinach is estimated range from 5,000 to 8,000 pounds per acre. So right here, you have pounds. I would go between 5 and 8, so I'm going to put 6,000. So 6,000. Now, here's the other thing. You need to change this to organic, and instead of trays, you need to put pounds because this matters. Over here, all of these prices are based on a 4-pound baby spinach. So when you do your organic versus commercial, you need to divide all of these pounds. And I can do this right now. So like insert column left, and I want to do, so what I did to do that is I just clicked E and I pressed insert column left. Okay. So I want boxes per acre, 4 pounds. Well, if this is 6,000 pounds per acre and you want to know how many boxes, you just press equals, take this, divide it by 4. And every one of your guys' is going to be a little bit different. I don't want it to be in a number. I want it to be as a regular number because this is boxes. Now, here's your gross profit before cost, and this is what's hard. You can't calculate this until you know what the average price is over here. So like, let's say I haven't finished this. Well, whatever their average price is for wholesale. So if it's $8.50, that's what you're going to multiply the box by. So you're going to multiply this and you're going to times it by $8.50. So that is your gross profit before cost. Your net is you're going to say equals. You're going to take your profit again. You're taking the data from here minus here. All of this is just saying, okay, 6,000. You're going to take equals. You're going to take the amount of acres. You're going to times it by 6,000. And again, Excel is really smart. It's going to autofill. So that makes sense, right? 3 acres, 18,000. 4 acres, 24. 4 times 6 is 24. Boxes per acre. Again, same exact thing. You take equals. Take the one next door, divide it by 4. That's how many boxes. Notice it numbered everything as $1. You need to change and select all of this. Go up here to this little more formats and click number. Because this isn't money. Neither yield pounds or boxes is money. This is money, right? This is money because this is like a cost. And your net yields, because this is what you want to know. You want to know how much money you're going to actually make. Well, if you grow 1 acre of spinach, you didn't make that much money. You made $5,619. And you have to remember that it's going to still cost you $12,000 to plant next year's crop. So the idea for your cost per acre, and this is the big question, is how many acres do you have to plant in order to break even? Just plant 1 acre of spinach next year. So keep that in the back of your mind that like the big thing that you need to present on is how many acres do you have to plant? So let's just keep on going. I'm going to say equals. I'm going to take this, multiply it by the 825 again, or sorry, 850, excuse me. Again, you're going to get this price from your wholesale price person. And Control C, I'm going to just copy this in. It's going to pull the data, the number from the next door column. Okay. And then net profit, you just keep, you honestly could just press Control C, which is copying the formula that's in that box, and push Control V. And now it's like, okay, how many acres do you have to plant to save up $12,000 basic, or sorry, not 12,000, $7,000. Because that's how much it costs. So this box right here, I'm going to highlight this purple or pink, is how much money it takes to grow 1 acre of organic spinach. And this is organic spinach, right? You haven't even gotten to conventional spinach. And this is also from 2015. So you know that in reality, in 2023, which is 8 years later, it's going to cost more. And we're not going to go into how to calculate the inflation, but I just want you to understand that in 2015, if the prices were about the same, which they're not, we have to figure out like what the inflation point is. And you can actually look that up, what the inflation is between 2015 and 2023, and try to make these numbers bigger. And I'm going to show you how to do that next. Okay, so you need to grow at least 2 acres to just grow 1 acre the next year. That's a lot. That's a huge, that's called a negative, right? Like you grow 1 acre, you can't even plant anything the next year. Also, has the grower made any profit? Like how many acres do you have to grow to make any money for yourself? So if you want to actually say like after saving, if you want to do this after saving for next year, all you have to do is take this and subtract it by the cost every time. And you're going to notice that you are in the negative every single time, right? So like, and the negative by a lot. So then, okay, let's not do that one. Let's do a different analysis. So basically use this last column to just do different like little mathy things. So I'm going to say, okay, $100,000 sounds okay. So like if I want to plant 20 acres and I want to make $50,000, I'm a farmer, $50,000 is an average price. I made 112. How many acres can I plant and still make around $50,000? Let's see. Let's say 4 acres. That's about right. So if you planted 20 acres 1 year, the maximum you can plant in order to make any money is 4 acres. Do you see how that worked? Like all I did was take the amount of money I made planting 20 acres, the net profit, because that's after cost, and I subtracted the cost at 4 acres. Now, obviously, there's a price difference between, like obviously acres in between 4. So like, and just so you know, watch this. If you change this to 5, it'll change everything. Change this to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You don't need to jump. So your acres, you could change these acres and it'll change the formulas. Because look, if I change this to 100, oh, whoops, not that one. Change this to 100, it'll tell you how much money you make at 100 acres. At 100 acres of spinach, you make about $500,000 net. That's after cost. That's good money. That's really good money. But then you have to think, okay, what am I going to plant next year? Right? You're going to plant 100 acres of spinach. Do you really want to plant 100 acres of spinach again? Maybe you switch to strawberries. And so this is what I mean by this cost per acre sheet. You can manipulate and change to what you want. Okay, I'm sure you guys are all wondering, okay, Tressie, we got the organic spinach. How do we do conventional spinach? Honestly, there's no simple answer. You're going to have to just go USDA conventional spinach cost per acre, and you're just going to have to look for it. And if you look, again, it's organic spinach. And then so you're just going to have to keep on finding it. Here we have farm price for spinach, which was $60.70 per hundredweight. That means that on average they made $6 a pound. Maybe so this is all like how much money you made. Production, approximately 56,200 acres of spinach were harvested. Okay, that's cool. That's like that's your demand basically, like how much was harvested. Marketing, that's how much it costs. So you're gonna have to look. So cost per acre to grow acre of conventional spinach. And you could just do spinach and see what you get. Again, we're at the sample cost, the same one that we were at. This one might be different. It is, but this is from 1999, so that double doesn't help us. Spinach production in California, UCANR, that's University of California, something vegetable research. You could take a look at this. Here we go, spinach acreage and value. So in 2008, see, and this is gross value per acre. So this tells you how much money they made per acre. And you could use this. This is 5,500, and this was, but you got to look at when this is published though. So let's take a look. Let's try to find something. It gives us a published date, and sometimes you're going to have to scroll all the way down just to find a date anywhere. And look, 2011. So 2011 wasn't too long ago, and this looks like it's conventional spinach. If it's organic spinach, it'll tell you. So it looks like in 2008, It was 5,500. 2008 though was a very long time ago. So what I would do in that instance is I would say, okay, write it down. Go ahead and write it down. But go here and look at inflation between 2008 to 2023. So look at this. $1 in 2008 is worth $1.43 today. So basically that tells you your multiplier. So you need to multiply all of your numbers by 1.43. Does that make sense? Like $1 is worth $1.43 now. So you could just go, okay, equals, see what I'm doing up here? So when I say up here, I'm talking about in the formula sheet right here. I'm going to go equals, because this 5,500 is from 2008, and I'm going to say 1.43. And that tells you about what it was. But look, it's so close to this that you might as well just use this price and say, okay, organic and conventional spinach does not take that much difference. And that would be your presentation. It's okay to leave this blank if you find out that it's about the same. And $7,800 is a lot of money, but it isn't. It is. And then you can also look up 2015 to 2023. And you're going to find out it's $1.30. So actually, all of these prices have to be multiplied. So this is accurate, 7,600. This guy needs to be multiplied. Whoops. Don't, whoops. Equals in front. Multiply it by 1.3. Okay, that's the accurate. Which means you got to change all your formulas. And you only have to change one. See this guy? How it's 9,270. Just change this to 9,270. And you're going to press Control C, Control V. Now your prices are accurate. And that's something that you would say. You would say, Teressie, $1 is worth $1.30. So that's why we multiplied this by $1.30. But that was for 2015. And that inflation is, I had to look that up. I had to look inflation between blank to blank. And I chose 2023. And you're going to need to present that work. Yes, your slide is much more complicated because a lot of cost study sheets are not based on last year. Spinach was on 2015 and 2008. Not accurate, not relevant at all, but that's how you do it. Okay, thanks, guys.